Complete transparency means we can trust each other.
No, transparency doesn't mean you trust people. People gotta stop. Yo, listen, let me tell you something. I have no problem with my partner seeing my phone once we establish a level of understanding, okay? Because when people talk to me, you have to understand, I talk a certain way. I don't mean things the way other people mean them. I am very like, look, if we're in a relationship, I don't care about none of these other people. I'm just talking, okay? I'm not compromising the mission of this relationship for nothing, okay? But until you understand that, I would suggest you not look through my phone, okay? Not because there's nothing crazy in there. You just may take things the wrong way. And I'm not one of them people who's going to be like, but listen, I'm him. What am I arguing for?
Okay, babe, this isn't fun anymore.
See, I'm good on this. I'm good.
Can we talk about what's happening? What do you grab? Baby, don't look at that. Hey, stop. Okay, fun little question for you real quick. Assuming your phone had access to all your accounts, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, if your partner asked to go through it, would you let them whenever they ask?
Because why are you asking me? Do you not I'm not going through your stuff, because look, I trust you to show me the things I need to be shown, okay? And that's where it's going to stop. And I would like the same courtesies, you know what I'm saying?
Contrary to popular, for me, the answer is yes. See, I'm pro complete.
He said yes.
Transparency.
That's not That's not transparency, because unless you're gonna tell your partner every single last thought that come through your head, you're not transparent. So everybody has a level of privacy. Let's stop, bro. They're gonna trick y'all into toxicity. I'm telling you.
In relationships, like when someone tells me don't tell anyone, I don't, because I'm a good person. But my girl's not anyone. She's literally an extension of me, so she gonna hear about Geralt's STD scare.
No
the
respect.
entire internet.
No, you have no honor in your words. Then that's the problem. If somebody tells me not to tell anybody, you don't. Now, once I discuss to them whatever you tell me, my partner will know. I'm going to give them that option to tell me or not. Because you know she going to know. I'm just letting you know. That's all I'm saying.
Now,
man.
My bad, G. They say your partner's your other half, and I wholeheartedly believe that with the half of the heart that is mine. If we're serious enough, this is our stuff. These are our friends. These are our kidneys, babe. But all this is because, to me, in a relationship, having complete transparency means we can trust each other.
No. Transparency doesn't mean you trust people. People gotta stop. Yo, listen, let me tell you something. They say, you never had an enemy stab you in your back, right? Because all your enemies, you're watching them. Trust is having somebody be in the dark and trusting what they're doing in the dark isn't going to affect you. Your friends are the ones who stand behind you. That's why some of them become backstabbers, okay? So having trust is saying, listen, whatever you got in that phone, I know it's not compromising our relationship, so why do I need to see it? That's trust. Me having to go through to verify is not trust. The government does not trust you to put all your taxes out. That's why they developed the IRS. And look, we're going to come look through your personal business. Make sure we got all of the money we deserve. That is the government not trusting us. Now, if you apply that to this, I'm just saying I'm right.
And I think that's the building blocks of having something great. So I figure, why should that stop at my phone? Especially when I have
Neptune, listen, I just speak facts, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing to hide.
Social media always be trying to normalize stupid things like that. Exactly.
She wants to go through my Discord history. That's fine. Because if she does, I'm not going to lose my relationship.
Probably a lot of respect, though.
Yeah, probably a lot of respect, but not the relationship. But recently, I heard a story that made me question my positioning on this shit.
Oh, you're going to talk
Azor
about the guy
good.
who got tied up?
Tied
Yes,
up?
Indeed.
I'll go get the rope.
Is that a threat?
Why are you getting
Huh?
rope? Why are you? I don't know why she's getting rope. Run the patron card, please. Why are you?
Yo.
So I found this Reddit story while scrolling on TikTok, and man, I really want to know y'all's opinion on this because I'm just gonna read it. I'm just gonna read it for you. Man, I honestly still can't really grasp what happened. We're doing a role play for sex, and she decided to tie me up to a chair. I was obviously loving.
You ever heard of
everything
Five
she
Nights
was
at
doing.
Freddy's movie?
So
I
she
heard
got
they're
up
shooting
and
it, right?
walked away from me. I was also blindfolded. I started asking where the heck she went and whether she was okay, because all I could hear was the sound of stuff being moved around. I freed my hands and quickly removed the blindfold and caught her with my phone in her hand.
See, like, why? That's my last day in that relationship. What? You're done.
Turns out she was snooping through it. She'd been wanting to do it for a while after.
Imagine somebody, you spend your whole life with somebody who's trying to find out that you made a mistake. Does that sound like a fun relationship to be in? No. It don't matter if you don't do nothing. Now, they're going to bring up the, well, you know what I'm saying? If there's nothing going on, why can't they see it? Because why? Do y'all want the police searching your house every day? Because if there's nothing in your house, they shouldn't go searching, right? Exactly. It's the same thing. I just want my autonomy. Boy, I could write a book about this subject, boy, no cap.
Suspecting something was off with my behavior and thought the only way she could take a look was by having me tied up and eyes blindfolded.
Just think about
We had
that.
the biggest fight because
Insane.
Of it, and she began crying, saying I ruined the night and judged her for the gut feeling she had and couldn't control.
See, that sounds like projection, big fella. So you go deal with that with somebody else. Me, I got a Hall of Fame jersey. Listen, I am in the rafters already. Hall of Fame boyfriend, okay? My history speaks for itself. Don't make me get back in the game. I'm trying to retire here, okay? Because if I get back in this game, all right, it's going to be 30 teams looking to catch me in off season. What do you mean? The feeling I gave you. Get out of here.
Whew. Much like the husband's wrist, this situation has some complicated threads that need.
Husband? Boy, ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way. Yeah, nah. Listen, take me to the courthouse. Oh, dang, I muted it.
Some complicated threads that need to be undone. But to me, there's a clear way to go about this. And it makes sense if I put myself in this situation. But I did not mean literally, Vibby, what the fuck?
But does it not help you see the situation
gaslighting
better?
is real? Exactly.
Actually, yes. So to paint the scene for myself, I can see it for me going something like this. Hey, what do you have? What are you doing? What? You going to our phone? That's fine. I mean, I am your partner, and your trust is the most important thing to me. I'm clearly in the wrong here for not letting you see it in the first place. Sorry to have to put you in a position where anxiety made you feel the need to do this.
Okay, I must have tied you a little too tight. The blood's not getting to your head. What the fuck was that?
No. I'm glad you did this, because the only thing tight right now is how airtight my argument for this is.
Oh, really?
It's not airtight. What?
No, seriously, here, look, everyone. I'm not usually a victim blamer.
Oh, we're gonna get so fucking canceled.
But when I heard that story, my first thought wasn't, yo, she's crazy. Oh, this is so insane. It was, man, what did he do to make her that mad?
But see, the thing is, it be nothing. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for the people who actually be out here cheating. All right? I'm not one of y'all, you know what I'm saying, undesirables. I am a faithful man, okay? But sometimes it don't even be a reason. She said it's a feeling I have. What that got to do with me? Nothing.
Now, this couple's been married for years, so clearly he loves her and at least somewhat trusts her a lot, right? Like, marriage is the only time where the government is like,
poor
okay,
relationship
papers are all good.
advice. Wado,
Make
thank
sure
you for
guys
the sub.
tonight, and this whole thing will be finalized. So how did we get from her simply being suspect about what you were doing on your phone to tying you up like a suspect? A suspect. Why not just show her the phone to quell her anxiety? I feel like we're missing some key.
No, that is the listen. Oh my God, listen, chat. I need y'all to look me in my eye. I'm about to save y'all from lots of bad relationships in the future. Okay, when people will only do what you allow them to do, and once you allow them to do that, they will ask for more. Right? you have to establish boundaries to let them know I have a autonomous life outside of you. We are two entities coming together as one for a common goal to have a successful relationship. But you are still your own functional piece of this team, okay? So you do not have to, if they have anxiety, there's a reason why they feel like they need to go through their phone, right? And that is a reason that lies within their own trauma, not you. Now, if you're doing things and they decide to stay with you and they want to use this as a negotiation, you know what I'm saying? That's different. Like I said, I am not one of you undesirables. If you're a cheater, this does not apply to you, okay? This is for my faithful ones out there, okay? Because then it's going to turn into, let me see your phone. Then it's going to turn into something else. Then more, let me see your notes in your phone. Let me go through your DMs. And now you have started down the path that has nothing to do with you. They need to fix that, all right?
He steps in between here. And from the post, I don't think you had her pegged.
Unless that was something he was into.
Thank you, Vibi. As a deeply mistrust.
You said this is why I got two phones, WIQ, yeah. Hey, here at the HollaSquad Studios, we do not condone, the trickery of two phones in a relationship. Diet J, yo.
Person. And I think he drove an otherwise rational person into doing something like this. You know what it was? His lack of transparency. What was the big deal? So in the end, he's in the wrong and he deserved it.
That's why communication is key. If you have a question, trusting me, real trust is you have a question, you ask it, I give you an answer, and you trust the answer I give you. That's trust. Hey, who is that girl who commented this thing on your post? If you have good communication and you can be transparent in your answer, there's no need to go through my phone. It's a girl. She probably used to like me, you know what I'm saying? But now she just comments on my stuff. I don't DM her nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just something she does in my comment section. If that's the truth, you could tell them that. Trust is saying, okay, I accept your answer. Her saying, let me go through your phone just to see and make sure to validate, that means she doesn't trust what you said. And she doesn't trust you. So she has to validate it for herself. And I don't mean she, because some is dudes out here like that too. Listen, I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to save y'all, okay? Listen to Holla. You cannot if you want. Just know you'll return to this video later.
Okay, it's gotta be the rope.
No, keep me tied up, just like he should have been. Why not share your life with your partner? He's trash, he's awful, my mouth tastes like green.
Okay, I definitely tied you too tight. We're getting you out.
No, get off me! Get off!
You okay now?
Yeah. I'm
Did you know you were changing your career?
So you're into ropes?
We're not gonna do that.
Hey, I be trying to tell people dating advice, but I just learned a lot of people don't care, bro. I seen some stuff at a party last night. It's a wicked world out here. I don't want no parts of that. I'm trying to have a good relationship, not a relationship, okay?
See, there is a part of me that does believe that the husband's completely in the wrong because I believe in transparency. But also, I am not insane. Look, unless your husband is housing government secrets, I don't know why you're playing James Bondage with him and his personal belongings, okay? If I put myself in the BDSM, I think I would feel pretty offended that my girl felt the need to tie me up to look at my Discord log. Like, I thought you were gonna be looking at my other log. That was the whole point of this. Why not just trust me? Like, sure, I still think he probably should have showed it, but even in a relationship to this level, aren't you allowed to have some privacy? And that's coming from me, Mr. Transparency. So yeah, I've been kind of split. Does a healthy relationship
was good. I'm good. How about you?
Balance of transparency while still having privacy? And if so, what is it? And I promise I have a definitive answer now that might surprise you, and it's not crazy. So to get into this, I think it's good to know, how often do couples share their phone passwords?
Never. I don't want it. Unless I need it to like change the music at the party. What I need your iPhone password for? For what?
No strings attached.
Or ropes.
Yes, or ropes. And thankfully that information is not too hard to come by thanks to the...
What is that?
Lab. Not good with pronunciation. Which assess the experiences of couples in line with online and phone privacy in their relationships. Of 18,000 people in 18 different countries, so this is gonna be very helpful. Anyways, how often do couples share their phone passwords? About 50-50 down the middle.
And I would not be surprised that 50% of relationships or marriages end in divorce. Okay,
Not helpful
might
at
be
all,
a
actually. Now,
might
I don't
be
find
a
this
correlation.
surprising per se, but at first glance, this does feel
You
madly
should react to this on
contradictory.
Valentine's
Because in that
Day.
same study, most 72%
I'ma drop it on
say
Valentine's
they have
Day.
nothing secret to hide from their partners, and 81% say they trust their partner and are not concerned about their partner's online activities. But 61% of people from that study admitted that they do not want their partner to know about some of their activities.
Exactly, because you might not know the reason why this is in my phone. So if I look, for example, okay, I can show y'all actually. I just made a reel for Slick City, where they were talking about prawn stars, okay? And my guy Damo, he was like, yo, Honey Gold, Tiana Trump, what was her? Thick Daphne, and who was the other person? Some other person. I don't remember her name. But to put their pictures in the video, I had to get social media safe pictures. So I used what was on their Instagram, right, to find pictures that would be safe to put in a Instagram reel. That's what I did. Now imagine my girl goes through my phone and she sees that I'm searching up Tiana Trump, Honey Gold, Thick Daphne, and she's like, so why are you looking up the... Now I have to argue because you don't trust me as a boyfriend. I have to come up with answers for questions I shouldn't have been asked in the first place. So I'm good, bro. This is a accurate statement. I don't want them to know what I'm doing online isn't because I'm trying to hide something. It's because you don't know why I'm looking at it. So you're going to jump to prejudgment before. If you wanted to know what I looked at online, just ask me and I'll tell you. Like, I had to, and I'll tell you. That's a trusting relationship.
Online. That's like if I had one of those little
Slap
diaries
myself
with
in
a
the
lock on it, and I had all my little school crushes in there, weird observations, and cancelable Facebook posts from 2010 all inside. And said out loud, man, I would hate if someone knew about this. Do you want to know about this? And the thing that this proves, other than people are weird, is that we want to be transparent, but we also want our privacy. Yeah, we are two halves of a whole, but have you ever wanted space from yourself? Because I have. Sometimes I want to be alone. Sometimes I want something that's just mine, even though I want to share everything with her. It's crazy. Like, I would love my girl, but I would not love her reading the messages in the group chat I have with Ivan and Darren. It's not ideal. Would not love that. So I get wanting your own space. In fact, this is also proven. According to doctrine and philosophy, Aaron. Not good with pronunciation. In a flourishing relationship, the importance of a significant personal space cannot be exaggerated. The existence of such a space enables each lover to have a fuller and thus more meaningful life. It involves a space in which the two lovers are able to separate so they do not become like Siamese twins, where each and every action of one requires the other's consensus. After all, each person has her own mind and body.
This is why you date people based on their character. If you date people based on their character, not their looks, not their financial status, not their social status, don't date them for none of them reasons, okay? If you date somebody who aligns with your character that is placed on top of their morals and principles, okay? There's no need for you to go digging through all of these things. But y'all want the 10 with no morals. Of course, you're going to drive yourself crazy.
May want to be with each other as much as possible, but they do not want to erase their own or their partner's identity and privacy. I think it's good to take me, for instance. Mr. Transparency himself, I ain't never let my girl look at my shit for real.
More like Mr. Contrarian.
It's not even that, because I didn't have hers either. And that's because I never asked. And it's not like I forgot or something. It's just there was no big talk. There was no exchange. It just never came to mind. And it's even weirder because I felt very transparent in these relationships. We talked about whatever, and although I communicated better with some, we all understood each other completely. And what's crazier is I'm not alone on this. Apparently this is...
Ashley said, if my relationship is going good, why would I need their password? If we're in good space, then just leave it at that. Even if you're going through bad things, you shouldn't. Well, one, your comment is correct. Two, even if you're going through bad things, you don't need their password, because that's why you date the person. If there's a unshakable feeling that you can't get over and you need to go look through the stuff, never ask a question in a relationship that no matter what the answer is, you won't change your actions. Now, a lot of people, they'll be like, were you on FaceTime with her? If the answer yes and the answer no is going to both lead to you being in a relationship with the person still, with no extra accountability to be had, what's the purpose in asking a question? The only reason you should be asking the question is if it's going to dictate your personal actions. That's it. If it's not going to dictate your personal actions, why are you asking?
This is what happens for a lot of people. Let's say my friend Ivan from Recreo.
Toby said, I mean, my girl, and she trusts me. I never asked for my password. We just sit and talk about everything. Facts.
He said his girl had his password, but it just happened. He asked her to open his phone for him while he was driving, and the rest was history. My friend Christine had a similar instance with her boyfriend, where it just kind of happened. And later they had a proper conversation about it. Even my homie Sethical, whose girl has somehow been right next to him almost every time I've ever recorded something with him, which is insane, who also share everything. It kind of just happened. This makes sense because I think they all felt similar to what I did. They had transparency and trust, so the conversations didn't really come up. See, one of the reasons people go into their partner's phones, according to research, is due to a lack of trust. When individuals feel uncertain about their partner's commitment or fidelity, they may be more likely to engage in behaviors that are
spaghetti with sugar this weekend.
Intended to gain reassurance, such as checking their partner's phone. So homegirl thinks you're cheating, you say no, but don't want her to go through your phone, and she might tie you to the bed pretending it's sexy time just to look through your messages. Versus on the opposite end, where you have transparency and trust, so you don't really care. She might go through your phone to find your favorite Spotify song to play right before she ties you up for normal sexy time. So although they had access to their partner's accounts, they didn't feel the need to be checking their stuff, which also adds up because a study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that individuals who had high levels of privacy in their relationships reported greater relationship satisfaction and commitment.
Chat. Would I ever steer y'all wrong? Man, come on.
Conversely, those who reported lower levels of privacy experienced lower levels of satisfaction and commitment. See, I think the key difference here is that based on...
Because the thing about relationships, I'm about to teach y'all some more, man. I'm giving y'all the code book, okay? Those feelings you get, the jealousy, the envy, those are good feelings to have. Now, some people, those feelings are scary, because you feel like you're about to lose something. But the truth is, you need those feelings, but you can't have a way to get out those feelings all the time. Give me your phone, because now you're really just trying to numb those feelings, and the numbing is never going to work forever, right? But when you trust your partner, you may see them walk around with somebody, you may get the feeling of, who is that? You know what I'm saying? But since you trust them, you let the situation be what it is. And now you have a heightened level of emotion to where when you realize it's not what it is, there's a extreme satisfaction that comes with that. Like, oh, I'm glad I trusted in this. You know, it's okay to feel a little weird, but look, bro.
The trust a relationship
Believe
has.
me, man. Believe
Privacy can be confused for secrecy. It's the difference between me not wanting my girl to see my Discord DMs because I'm messaging some girl and me not wanting my girl to check my Discord DMs because I'm messaging Ivan and Darren. Take, for example, another question I asked everyone. What would you do if your partner asked to go through your phone? And all their first responses weren't yes. It was why. They felt that their partner could trust them and felt a little offended that they even felt the need to go through their phone. In fact, Gitmads, the video game YouTuber whose relationship with Nintendo Directs has been deeper than some of the relationships he's had with women directly in front of him. Oh my God! Hit me with an oddly poignant point if he was in the situation. To him, it was more of an issue of being constantly observed by someone. He felt that anxiety might lead to bigger problems in the relationship down the road. Mads even said he talked to her about it because there's clearly a deeper issue here, and he refused to fuel her anxiety by giving her his phone.
Oh, that was a close one.
And this adds up too, because another study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that individuals who felt that their privacy was violated in their relationships were more likely to report lower
was
levels
good.
of trust, commitment, and
I have dreads.
satisfaction.
I am
They're
not
also
bald.
more likely to experience negative emotional responses such as anger, hurt, and sadness. So by looking at everything here, all in all, it seems, well, the obvious point is every relationship has a balance. Everyone's different. Everyone has different levels of trust. But something everyone should bear in mind is that most successful relationships have a mix of privacy and trust. And that there is the difference between privacy and secrecy. And not just through transparency. A lot of C's here. It's just knowing how and where to draw the line. So for our original situation, obviously, both are in the wrong here. Maybe that relationship needed a bit more privacy and transparency.
Hold up. How is the guy in the wrong at all? Unless we know for fact he did something to make her go through the phone, then there's nothing he did wrong. And even if he did do something that made her want to go through the phone, that should be a relationship. If it's that deep that you feel like you have to violate the privacy of your partner to find out something, maybe that's just a relationship you shouldn't be in. Truth.
Still a lot of C's. And maybe they wouldn't have ended up in that situation.
But do you want to end up back in that situation?
Okay, I need my privacy now.
Kurt, the people want to know.
Privacy. Now, communication is important to making a relationship last. But almost as important as communication is being attractive to your partner. Like, homegirl gonna be looking through my phone, but she look at me every day. And that's why this video is brought to you by Manscaped, the men's global lifestyle brand that's disrupting the beard.
Manscaped does work. If you would like to see proof, head over to OnlyFans /Big Holla. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can see that there.